We'll try to separate the reality from the rumors here in just a minute. But yeah, you mentioned folks waking up here in Summit County. This is the new normal here until at least May 1st, and that is due in large part to the fact that Summit County has at least now 95 confirmed cases of COVID-19 here in the county, and that number almost certain to go up. And so county leaders making the decision to issue the stay-at-home order. Now, again, it's kind of a bizarre scene, in particular on Main Street in Park City, which is normally bustling around this time of year with a lot of folks in town to ski and snowboard, whining and dining. Not so much right now. Closed signs now hanging from the windows of stores and restaurants. And without a doubt, and almost without saying, this is going to be a big financial hit for businesses here locally and really all over the country as we're coming to grips with all of this. Now, state and county leaders, they're discussing whether Salt Lake County and other parts of the state should be issuing similar stay-at-home orders like the one now in effect here in Summit County. However, officials with the Utah Department of Health say so far the state seems to be doing okay with social distancing and folks staying at home voluntarily to flatten the curve. Governor Gary Herbert, though, he is facing calls to make a statewide order, but so far he's holding off on doing that.
I believe that the residents of Salt Lake County should be living as though we have a stay-at-home order at this point. The best thing that we can do to get back to some semblance of normalcy is to take very seriously the health recommendations.
I think it was the smartest thing we could do. I hope Salt Lake follows suit quickly. We need to shut it down so we can get a grip on it and move forward.
The stay-at-home order here in Summit County in effect until at least May 1st. Meanwhile, the Summit County Sheriff's Office issuing a list, trying to, quell people's fears, calm them down a little bit about exactly the do's and don'ts regarding all of this. Some misconceptions about the shelter in place. This list saying basically it doesn't mean you need to stay home all the time, 24/7, just as much as possible. There will not be any police checkpoints or door-to-door checks. But it does mean that if you're not from Summit County, please stay away. Do not recreate here. If you're going to go outdoors, go out closer to your own neighborhood while still keeping that safe social distancing. Meanwhile, back in Salt Lake County and Salt Lake City in particular, Salt Lake City Mayor Erin Mendenhall talking about discussing whether or not an order like that should be in place for the city. She realizes, her city is not in a bubble. They're in close proximity to other cities and really need to deal with other city leaders and county leaders to figure out what the next move is as this ever-changing coronavirus pandemic is affecting cities and counties, not only here in Utah, but all across the country. So as this changes, we'll bring viewers the very latest information as we get it. But for now, we're live in Summit County. Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.